Most of the time, we as in mutual fund investors are putting a lot of effort in selecting the scheme for in which we would like to invest. Often we forget that those investments are going to be requiring our active attention and participation to get the desired result. In this video, I am going to touch upon why you need to review your mutual fund portfolio on a periodic basis. Then I am going to tell you when you require to pay special attention in case you want to review your mutual fund portfolio. And then I am going to tell you how you should be reviewing your portfolio so that you can get the desired outcome from your investment journey. Hello everyone, I'm Shobit. I'm a FinBiz growth expert and founder of FinBiz Growth Club. We are an aspiring community of new age mutual fund distributors who are determined to change how India invests. So first, let's talk about why we need to review our mutual fund portfolios. So the first and very obvious reason is if any funds are not performing up to the expectation for thinking which we have invested in those investments, then definitely we need to be looking at the reviewing the portfolio so that we are going to take out the not so performing one and bring some good funds in our portfolio. Other reason can be sometimes what happens due to the various products available in the market or by some guidance, we are over diversifying our portfolio. We may have multiple schemes of the same category. So we may have multiple multi-cap fund, we may have multiple small cap funds, or so on and so forth. We want you guys to understand that over diversification is going to kill the returns of the portfolio. Also, you need to understand that if you are having too many schemes of the same category or the same asset class, it is not going to help you. So you need to reduce your portfolio. If you have too many things, then definitely you are going to be needing to rationalize the number of schemes where you have invested. Another important thing is if you think that these investments are long term and you don't require to review them, you need to understand that if you are keeping a scheme which is not performing for too long under your portfolio, there is a huge opportunity cost which you are going to pay. Now, what opportunity cost is? You are having invested in a underperforming scheme for a longer period of time. Had you have taken an action and you have exited that scheme and invested in a good scheme, the alpha or the additional return which you have generated could have made a change in your investment portfolio for by making it a multi-crore or a simple crore portfolio. So we need to be always adding that even though our schemes are performing, but they are not into the top quartile, definitely we need to review so that we have good performing scheme in our portfolio, which is going to yield the better result. Other thing why you need to be reviewing your portfolio is once you know that some schemes are not performing, you should also be clear that when and how you are going to exit those investments, because lot of things you need to be keeping in mind. There is a load or the expenses which you need to pay in case you are withdrawing before some stipulated time, or you need to consider some tax angles too. So all these things you need to be always aware of. That's how, because of these reasons, I want you guys to review your portfolio on a periodic basis. So these are some of the triggers which is going to be helping you to be more aligned that you need to be an active investor even though you have given your money to invest in a mutual fund vehicles. Then when you need to review, the first thing which you need to be keeping in mind is whenever you are starting your investment journey, we need to be very aware that the asset allocation is going to play a very vital role in determining the outcome of our investment journey. And when we talk about asset allocation, what we mean? We mean that we need to have multiple asset classes in the portfolio. And in case any asset class has been doing well over a period of time, definitely its asset allocation in our investment portfolio would have gone up. And we would like you guys to realign your portfolio by booking the profit in one asset class and then investing in those asset class which has not been performing well. And this is going to be the one of the good reason, or it is going to create a better risk reward returns in your portfolio. So it can be, you need to understand that if you are going to have lot of schemes, it is not a multi-asset portfolio. I keep seeing more often than not that investors are having a large cap fund or a mid cap fund or a small cap fund or a multi cap fund, assuming that they have diversified their portfolio. You need to understand all these schemes are only into equity asset class. So even though you are investing in multiple schemes, it is not a diversification. So we need to understand that in case we want to build a good portfolio, we need to have a multi-asset investment. We should have debt also, it should have equity also, it should have gold also into varying proportion. So you need to be keeping in mind, and because of this, you need to be mindful of how you are going to be looking and reviewing your portfolio. And in case it is not a multi-asset or some asset class has performed very well and you want to book profit, you need to do that. And asset allocation is going to create a huge value proposition of your investment journey. Other reason when you need to review your portfolio is when there is a tactical allocation to be made. Some events happen in the market because of which some asset class has been very cheap and you would like to buy or in the down market so that you can get a better risk reward in those investment. In those scenarios also, you need to be doing the portfolio review. You need to understand that if the opportunity presents, like in COVID time, the market was corrected and those who were able to put money in that asset equities, they were able to get the much better reward. So in case you are having some tactical allocation to make, then also you need to review your portfolio, because that is going to provide a one-time opportunity and you don't want to lose it. And the third reason when you need to review your portfolio is, which most of us are ignoring, is to increase our tax efficiency. Now we all know that if we are investing in any equity scheme, we are going to pay the least long-term capital gain compared to any other asset class. But you should also be mindful of that every financial year, you are going to get 1 lakh of long-term capital gain totally tax-free. So instead of keeping though your investment for multiple years, and then whenever you're requiring, you are going to book the profit and you are going to pay a long-term capital gain tax on those investment, it is highly advisable that you keep booking profit on a yearly basis for 1 lakh on long-term capital gain, so that the net capital gain which you are going to be getting whenever you are withdrawing or encashing your investment would be much lower. It is a very important thing which you need to understand. If we are able to book profit of 1 lakh on a yearly basis, it is going to have a compounding effect on your wealth creation journey. So that also you need to be very, very clear of. And the fourth reason for which when you need to review your portfolio is when any scheme is underperforming. Okay, so most of the time we only review portfolio when it is underperforming, but I have given you enough reason when you need to be reviewing your portfolio. And once you understand that any scheme is underperforming, what is the time period for which you need to look into that scheme? It should be at least 3 to 4 quarters or a 12 months time period, because every fund will have some scripts or some allocation which may not perform. But you need to give a sufficient time to those investments so that you get a clarity that the fund has been really not performing on a long-term basis, and then you need to exit and invest in a better scheme. So you need to be giving enough time to the fund, because if the fund manager is able to reallocate or rejig the portfolio and it starts picking up again, there is no point that you are going to exit the scheme for a very short period of performance or underperformance of that scheme. So when you need to review your portfolio, I'm going to again summarize it. First, in case your asset allocation has changed, which you have kept in mind when you started your investment journey, then you need to do. In case any tactical allocation opportunity comes into the market because of some correction or some event, then also you need to be reviewing your portfolio. Because of the tax efficiency or because of the current tax laws, you need to review your portfolio on a yearly basis so that you can optimize the return and pay lesser taxes. And in case any scheme is not performing, then obviously we need to review our portfolio. So these are the reasons when you need to review your portfolio. And in case you are clear on this, let's talk about how you are going to be implementing those reviews. What should be the strategy? Okay, so how you are going to review or how you are going to implement the action which you want to take. The first thing which you need to be keeping in mind is, as I told you, first, if for a sufficient period of time, if the fund is not performing, definitely you need to exit that scheme. And how you're going to judge whether it has been overperforming or underperforming, you need to look into the rolling returns of the scheme. It is very important that you look into the rolling returns, because that is going to give you a better picture of the performance of the scheme compared to the point-to-point return, which most of the companies or advertisements are going to show you the return. Okay, so always look for rolling returns. Rolling returns is nothing but the average return over a period of time, which is going to give you much better perspective. Idea should be our investment scheme should be in the top 10 in their category. If it is there in the top 10% of the category, then you don't have to take any action. But over a 3 to 4 quarters period of time, it is not in the under 10 or in the top 10% of the schemes in that category, definitely you need to look to get out and start putting that money into the better scheme. The important thing which you need to be looking at is you need to also be very aware of whenever you are booking or getting out of a scheme, you need to look into your short-term and long-term capital gains. How much is the tax which you are going to pay? If your short-term capital gains are very high, in case you have invested in less than 12 months, then also you need to be considering those facts, and your long-term capital gains also should be accounted for. Another important thing which you need to be mindful of is just look into the exit load period. So most of the scheme has 12 months in all open-ended schemes, but you need to be cross-checking with the company and the scheme brochures what are the exit load, because unnecessary you are going to be paying the charges which may not argue well. The other way where you can be taking the action to get out of the underperforming and coming to the better performing scheme is to first, in case you are doing systematic investments, all future installments can be stopped in that scheme, so that you are not going to pay either the exit loads or the capital gains or losses in the future investments. So they stop the fresh flows into the scheme where you think that fund has been not performing. At the same time, you need to also remember that wherever you are decided to exit any scheme, you need to make sure that you are going to put your money into the same asset class and in the same category. So in case you are exiting a say equity scheme which is into the small cap space, so you need to make sure that you are investing in equity and those small cap fund only of other scheme which has been performing well. It should not be that today you are looking that you or somebody saying to you that the pharma sector is looking very good or infrastructure sector is looking very good, let's invest there. I would highly recommend that you need to stick to your asset allocation. You need to stick to the fundamentals which we have created in the beginning, so that you are able to get the right perspective and always your portfolio is well diversified and according to your goal. Here, I would like you guys to understand, whenever you are taking any investment decisions, either in any particular asset class or in your particular scheme, your why should be very, very clear. This means you need to be very clear why you are investing in a particular asset class and in that particular scheme. So suppose you have decided that you want to invest in equity, let's say you're 60% of the money, then you need to be defining why you are going to be putting 60% of your money into equity asset class. And once you are clear on that, in the future, whenever you are reviewing your portfolio, it is going to be helping you in getting lot of clarity as whether you should be taking some action or not. So you need to be very clear on that. You need to be also clear on that which scheme you have invested and why you have invested in that scheme. So if you are invested in a say Axis Small Cap Fund, you need to be clear why you have chosen Axis Small Cap Fund, why not Birla Small Cap or HDFC Small Cap or ICICI Small Cap. Once you have that clarity, then whenever you are reviewing your portfolio, you will be very clear with the reason whether you should be continuing that investment or whether you should be withdrawing from those investments. So your why should always be very, very clear. And then whenever you are executing your reviews, you need to be very, very certain that wherever, in whichever category or asset class you are withdrawing the investment, you are going to put in the same asset class and the same category. Other way, I would highly recommend that. I firmly believe that winners are going to be always winners and losers are also going to be always going to be losers. It means momentums are also going to play a very vital role. I would highly recommend that once you are reviewing your portfolio and some schemes are doing pretty well, in case you have some systematic cash flow or you are having some additional money which you want to invest, always bet on winners and not on losers. Don't try to average out your underperforming schemes. It is not a very favorable proposition. I would highly recommend that if you are seeing that some schemes have been performing very well, if in case you have systematic investment or you are planning to do some systematic investments, put in the on the winners, not on the losers. And if you are able to moderate the flow of the money in case you are doing systematic investment into underperforming scheme and put additional money into the good performing schemes, and that is also going to be helping you in getting the required insight and required return from your investment portfolio. So I have given you enough food of thought, I think so, which is going to be helping you not only making your investment decision, but also to review your portfolio on a periodic basis, because your active management can create that additional alpha in your investments. In case you like the content, I would love you guys to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel so that whenever we have something new to share, you guys will be the first one to know. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to see you next time.